If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, how can I keep my social anxiety in check? Disclaimer, I'm not an expert and only speaking from personal experience and always recommend professional help. I can relate with this feeling. For instance, in biology class we had this week-long group project, and I spent that entire week talking, connecting, and listening to my group mates even though I was put in a group of strangers because I have very few friends, none in that class. And yet now a month after that I find myself completely and utterly loathing the word partners or group because the act of getting into a group gives me so much anxiety it's miserable. How this change came along from me being pretty calm about group work now to the point I hate it so much, is annoying to me. Sometimes I'm really open, even verging on maybe coming across as an extrovert, and next week I don't leave my house. Hopefully this is how you feel, because all I can really conclude is social anxiety is a bitch. It can and it will take you from the top of the world to rock bottom. The thing about anxiety is that you can feel so helpless in its ways. You might know deep inside this isn't hard. I'm being difficult, just do it. I want to do this, but you will have that out-of-body feeling where you can't make yourself get up, can't make yourself talk or laugh or converse and introduce yourself. Solution. Number 1. Context. What are the situations? Is it certain activities that are easier or harder? Are there certain people, strangers or peers that cause more or less anxiety? Putting this in perspective will show patterns that will become easier to evaluate. For example, my anxiety in a restaurant ordering food is really high. I don't get anxiety from asking my mom for breakfast. This is a bad example, sorry. Number 2, record. In a situation where you are feeling good, take note of that, not just physically, but mentally. Remember this moment where you were doing fine, and while I can't guarantee this, when facing the same situation, remember back on how well you handled it last time. I did this already, I can do it again. This is the phrase I repeat in my mind. Number 3, help. You probably don't want to hear this, but a professional therapist is my number 1 solution. They have research-backed strategies. All I can give you is my little coping method, whereas finding out the root of the issue is most important. Medication can also be prescribed by a licensed doctor that may be able to even out the ups and downs. I took a medication like that to stabilize another medication I took for my ad, so I believe that there's probably something like that. However, you might not need that at all, which is why again, I recommend a professional diagnosis/advice. I'm sorry this isn't much advice. However, I wish you the best. Here are some random threads/websites: BetterHelp, social behavior inconsistent around different people, any advice/can relate? r/social anxiety. Can anyone help me with my inconsistent confidence? Inconsistent anxiety, symptoms, self-help, and treatment for dealing with social anxiety. 6 ways to overcome social anxiety, Psych Central. Must-have coping strategies for social anxiety. 5 surprisingly simple steps to overcoming social anxiety. Find more answers and a free audiobook on how to talk to anyone in the description below. No useless advice like just get out there, I mean actual useful advice from people who have really dealt with shyness and social anxiety and overcome it in their own lives.